Hello students, today let me start with a biology chapter, that is tissues. So in your reader it is chapter 6, but this is your first biology chapter. In this session I am going to explain you about the different types of tissues which are present in plants and animals. First of all, in the part 1 we are going to study about plant tissues. Now before going to this chapter, first let me explain you about what are tissues. You all know that all living organisms are made up of cells. There is no living organism without any cell. An organism which is made up of one cell is called as unicellular organism, and this unicellular organisms, in this unicellular organisms, all the activities of that organism are carried out with the single cell itself. So, such an organism is called as a unicellular organism. Here, as the cells increase, they are known as the multicellular organisms. Here, what happens? Each and every organ will be having a different types of cells which perform the function. So, here the group of cells which have the same structure and which perform the same function are known as tissues. So, when these cells are grouped together which are doing the same type of function and they have the same structure, they are known as the tissues. And these tissues are helping the organisms for all their activities. For example, if we want to carry our bag, what we are doing? We are lifting using our hand. So, when we are moving the hand, the tissues are helping the to contract and relax. In the same way, in the plants, we have vascular tissues. These vascular tissues are helping the plants for absorbing the nutrients from the soil. So, the roots help the plants to absorb the water and the nutrients which are present in the soil, and they pass on to the different parts of the plant. So, here you can see the different types of tissues. So, the smooth muscles, skeletal muscles and cardiac muscles are the tissues, different types of tissues in human beings. And here we have two types of vascular tissues. They are the xylem and phloem, which are present in the plants for the transportation of nutrients and water from the soil. Now we are going to study the difference between plant and animal tissue. So in a plant, most of the plants do not move from one place to another place. So what happens? These cells, these tissues, they provide only mechanical support and the strength to the plant. So usually the cells which are present in these tissues, they are all dead cells. That is, they are not dividing. Such cells are present in the plant tissue, and they give only mechanical support and strength to the plant. But when we compare with animal tissue, here all the organisms of the animals or the human beings will be growing. So these cells are living cells, and they start dividing and they give strength, energy for the organism. So then the growth of the plants take place in only some regions. So they have only few cells or tissues which can divide, and they help in the growth of the plant. And there are two types of tissues. They are the meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. But when you compare with the animals, these animals, for each and every organism, the cells should be living, and these living cells will start dividing and they perform specific activities. So these are the differences between plant tissues and animal tissues. Now coming to this plant tissues, we can divide this plant tissues into two types. They are the meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. These permanent tissues can be again divided into three types. They are the apical meristematic tissue, intercalary meristematic tissue and the lateral meristematic tissue. Then the permanent tissues can be divided into two types. They are the simple permanent tissue and the complex permanent tissue. So in this simple permanent tissue can be again divided into two types. They are the parenchyma, collenchyma and the sclerenchyma. And this complex permanent tissue can be divided into two types. They are the xylem and phloem. Now coming to the meristematic tissue, here in meristematic tissues, as we said, these are the cells which are dividing and they are helping the plants for their growth. So these cells will be present, or these tissues will be present only in the regions where the plant can grow. Where all can the plant grow? The roots of the plants can grow, the stems of the plants can grow. So this meristematic tissue are present at the tips of the roots or at the tip of the stem, where the new leaf will start to grow, and it is also present at the tip of the leaf stalk. Is it clear? Or leaf stalk or the flower or the fruit which is present in that plant. Now we said that this meristematic tissues can be divided into three types. The apical meristematic tissue. So what is this apical meristematic tissue? These tissues are present at the tip of the stem or at the tip of the roots. Okay, and these meristematic tissues are helping in the growth of the stem and the root. Next we have the lateral meristematic tissue. These tissues are present at the sides of the stems and the root. That is, they are giving the support, mechanical support for the stem and the root. Then we have the intercalarly meristematic tissue. These are present at the base of the leaves and the internodes and help in the growth of those parts. So as I said, the stalk of the leaf. So as the leaf becomes grows older and older, the color of the leaf will start to change. When it is a new leaf, the color will be light greenish in color. Then it becomes darker and darker. Then it will become yellowish in color. After it becomes yellowish, it will be falling down of the plant. So these are the different changes. There, this intercalarly meristematic tissues are helping. Now let me explain you about the permanent tissues. These permanent tissues are having cells which do not divide. They do not divide, and they have permanent shape and size. Okay, the two types of permanent tissues are simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So the simple permanent tissues are made up of one type of cells. They are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. What is this parenchyma? Parenchyma consists of loosely packed, thin-walled cells having more intercellular space. So the space between the cells is more, that is, it is filled with air. So parenchyma cells in leaves contain chloroplast and prepare food by photosynthesis. Some parenchyma cells have large air cavities which help the plant to float on water. So you have all seen this lotus plant. It will, even though it is growing in the water, it is floating. Why? Because it has this parenchyma cells. These parenchyma cells have air between the two cells, and it is helping the plants to float. So this is the cell tissue which is helping for the plant to float in water. Next we have the collenchyma. They consist of elongated cells having less intercellular space and thicker at the corners. They give flexibility and allows easy bending of different parts like stem, leaf, etc. They also give mechanical support to the plant. Now when you want to pluck the fruits or the leaves or flowers from a plant, what you will do, if it is very tall plant, you will try to bend it and then pluck the flowers. So here this meristematic tissue, simple permanent tissues, that is the collenchyma, is helping the plant to give the mechanical support or the flexibility of the stem. Next we have sclerenchyma, consisting of long, narrow, dead thick walled cells. The cell walls contain lignin, a chemical substance which act like cement and hardens them. It gives strength and hardness to the plant parts. So you have seen the coconut. The coconut will be having a thick walled outside shell. This is because of this sclerenchyma tissues. They are dead cells which give a permanent strong support for the plants. So these are the different types structures of the different cells: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. All these diagrams are clear in your textbook in page number 70, 71 and all. You can go through them. So here these are the permanent fundamental tissues. Parenchyma, it is helping in photosynthesis, secretion and storage. Collenchyma, support in leaves and stems, and sclerenchyma, it gives support to the plant. Next, coming to the complex permanent tissues, they are made up of more than one type of cells. It is a mixture of 2 or 3 types of cells and they are forming the tissue. Here we have 2 types of complex permanent tissue. They are the xylem and phloem, and they are also called as vascular or conducting tissues. This xylem consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. The tracheids and the vessels help to transport water and minerals from roots to all parts of the plant. Xylem parenchyma stores food and fibers, helps in support. So these are the different parts